making the search particularly hazardous, and it took police frogmen 5.5 hours to find the unclothed body of Janine Marsden. A forensic expert later gave the cause of death as asphyxiation and confirmed that Janine had been sexually assaulted. With the murder of Janine Marsden, police knew they were dealing with a determined, vicious man, a man who would certainly strike again. A fortnight later, he did. His fourth victim was a local housewife. She was found wandering, dazed and bleeding on wastelands near Canford Industrial Estate. Victim number 5 was a local infant school teacher. She was attacked and raped while returning home from a party. Last night, a 20-year-old hairdresser became the 6th victim. They've issued a photo-fit picture of a man they wish to interview in connection with the attack. He's described as being thick-set, in his mid to late 40s, with dark brown hair. He was last seen wearing a beige...
Should she be watching that?
Police believe the man lives locally, but it's unlikely he knew all his victims beforehand. They've issued a warning to women in the area not to go out alone after dark, nor to open doors to anyone if they're alone in the house. A police spokesman said the inhuman and...
Dirty dish to set before the king. The queen was in the parlour, eating bread and honey. The maid was in the garden, pecking out the clothes. Now came a blackbird and pecked off her nose.
How's progress, lad?
Oh, slow and steady, Mr. Hatton.
Not too slow, eh? We don't want to get behind schedule, do we?
Ah.
Send someone up with those cops when you're finished. Did you take that, Tina? To the builders?
Yes.
Don't. They spend half their time on their backsides as it is. Good night.
Yes.
Beef and... what's it?
Aspic. It's jelly made from meat juices.
Looks like congealed sheep's doings. Best quality beef.
Yes.
What they want is good, wholesome home cooking, not that fancy cordon bleu muck.
Yes, well, no harm in offering both, is there?
Next time, stick a bit of scrag end in the tenderizer. They'll never know the difference. Or better still, strain off that bloody jelly and make it into a stew. That scared you.
Thank you.
Would that be Miss Cassidy or...
Ms.
And how many nights? Miss Cassidy.
Until Thursday. It's a sales conference. Shouldn't go on longer than a couple of days.
Oh, you have something in common then with the rest of them, I guess. Most of them are in the selling line one way or the other.
What time's dinner?
Between 6:30 and 8.
I might have a sauna while I'm waiting.
No can do. We've got a bit ahead of ourselves. Builders. Promises, promises.
I see. I've got quite a lot of packages in my car. Perhaps someone will fetch them in for me.
My pleasure. Number 8. Our best.
A 20-year-old hairdresser who suffered a brutal sexual attack is thought to be the latest victim of the Liscott rape. Karen Wilkes was attacked as she was walking home to her flat on the cottage housing estate.
The hot water tap in number 11's on the blink again. Tell Mr. Bing.
Another nearby village of Linden. The The attacker struck as Karen left Discot bus station.
He offered us a lift home.
Fine.
The cinema complex in Hampton
See you tonight, Laura.
See you night, Laura.
the evening performance. Her attacker emerged from a doorway.
Tara ever much for letting us bring her again. This has
There
happened.
was a struggle.
Couldn't her father help you out?
Severe
Once, yeah?
before her
If we knew where he was, we might.
direction of the bus station.
Cheery bye,
Today,
then.
the latest attack was particularly vivid. They're calling the Discot.
How's my best girl then?
A photographed picture of the man they want to interview is being circulated.
Well, you gonna kiss me, you old
throughout
Vic?
the country.
Oh, dearie me.
Described as being a heavy-set man in his mid-40s with dark brown hair. He was last seen wearing a scarf, a belted raincoat, and grey trousers.
Just finishing off the wiring. I want to get it done by tomorrow.
There must be some mistake. I'm trying. Yeah, you want to be more juicy.
Where do you want these?
Oh, thank you.
There we go. Need a dryer upper? I promise I won't break anything.
Nearly done.
Oh, this is beginning to thaw. Gonna need something for the blood. Sit easy. Thank you.
We need some more coffee in there.
Oh, there's no hurry. It's all right. Does it bother you, my being here?
Or should it?
Well, my ex-wife used to hate it, you know, being watched in the kitchen. And one can't always assume these things, that one is welcome.
I'll see if you're not wanted.
Where's Vic?
On an errand.
As he's getting into more of the old DIY. The sauna.
He's not doing it himself, is he?
Well, home improvements then.
It's not for a home, is it? He's going to charge for it. So you can put a lock on the door to make sure.
He does his best, you know, Judith.
Is that why he goes out every night?
Do you mind if I ask you something?
What?
Do you ever regret it? Not having children?
Why?
Well, because I do.
I regret giving in over it.
You really love it, don't you? The cooking. It's a pleasure watching you.
We all enjoy doing things we're good at.
Well, you're certainly that. Do you know what you need, Judith?
What?
A microwave oven. No, seriously, look. I mean, it would halve your workload on the catering side.
Also halve our bank balance.
Not if I organize a decent discount, say 25%. Why not? I mean, I'd benefit, wouldn't I, being one of your regulars? I might even throw in some interest-free credit. How's that?
What is this? An after-hours sales pitch?
No, it's just a friend trying to do you a good turn. I mean, look, choose the model you fancy, a week's free trial. Fair? I mean, look at those cooking times. Think of the time that would buy you. And we're talking about, what, £200, if that? No strings and no catch. I promise.
All right. Thank you.
Good girl. It's an old habit of mine, you know, shake on a deal. You should wear gloves, you know, to protect them.
Hey, Oscar. You're wasting drinking time, lad.
Excuse me.
Okay, all right, now try this one on the side. Royalty's visiting this maternity home, see?
Ah, ladies present.
Oh, come on, you could tell this one to your grandmother. Anyway, this girl is nursing a baby. Only the girl's got black hair and the baby's got this shock of red hair, see? So Royalty says, does he take after his father? And she says, I don't know, Mum, he never took his hat off.
No. Oh, dear.
Would it be possible to have an early morning call?
Of course. Number 8, isn't it?
That's right.
What time?
7-ish. It really was a delicious meal.
Thank you.
I can't even poach an egg myself. It makes one feel so helpless.
Well, you work, don't you?
Well, so do you.
We didn't have this in mind. When we started, it was going to be a family guest house.
Oh, well, the age of the trust house forties put paid to that. Still, you seem busy enough.
Oh, yes, I'm kept busy.
Good night.
I've seen this before. Wax on a bit more. On a bit more. Go on, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah, go on. Hello. Very This is a good one.
Judith. Love. You asleep? Judith. Sweetheart. Please.
O'clock and time for the news headlines. Information is now coming in of a serious 50. According to an eyewitness, a coach lost control, crashed through the central reservation, and was in collision with an oil tank. Northbound carriageway between junctions 14 and 15 is blocked, and drivers are advised to find an alternative route. The Liscott rapist. The police have just confirmed that they now have the scarf the rapist used to tie up his victims. The scarf is black, red, and grey. The police are anxious to talk to anyone who knows a man using a scarf such as this, who fits the description already circulated.
Makes you afraid to go out,
He is
doesn't
described
it?
as thick-set, middle-aged.
Where's the control unit?
See, those on the outside wall. Where's the thermostat? Got the thermostat coming through the hole on the inside there.
This way I can control the heat from out there, so the punters don't overstay their welcome.
Oh.
Oh, I need a padlock for that door.
Right.
And you can fix that, too.
A ventilator? No, it's got to stay open for air changes. 6 times an hour, it says.
And let all the heat out.
Oh, thank you.
You ready then? Here we go.
Ta-da! Clear the decks then. That's it. There we go. Now then, let's open her up. Hmm? Right. First of all, your plug.
Got of everything.
Now then, heat penetration 1.5 inches. This is your rotating plate, you see, for even heat distribution. Now you can put anything into it, china, see, glass, anything, and the heat will pass straight through to the food. It's molecular structure, see. Now let me explain. The microwaves only vibrate the water molecules and they generate the heat. But all you have to worry about are the door seals. Make sure they don't get worn with use, otherwise you could get a leakage of microwaves.
Is that dangerous?
Well, human tissue contains water, doesn't it? Just like meat.
My point is, it must make it easier being a woman.
Why?
Well, people are less suspicious of you, aren't they?
Are they?
Oh, no. The whole business of selling rests on trust, right? That a client trusts our assessment of a product. You know, the foot in the door shyster salesman image is something that we still all have to live down, but as a woman, you don't have that problem, do you?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, come on.
Well, perhaps I have other problems.
For instance?
Not being taken seriously. That my assessment of a product is inherently trivial or simplistic.
Ah, but then you have another advantage, don't you? You can flutter your eyelashes at them, charm their wallets open that way.
That's not my style.
What is your style?
I treat my clients as my equal. Give them the facts and let them make up their own minds.
Does it get results?
Absolutely.
And you don't think the fact your woman makes any difference to them? Your clients?
No,
You're sure about that?
I am.
Then you don't know very much about the male of the species, Miss Cassidy.
Not all men are the same, and not all my clients are male.
But the majority are.
Possibly.
You wear that outfit when you go to work?
Oh, something like it. Why?
And the makeup?
Of course.
And you still think they don't notice you're a woman? You must have a very low opinion of your powers of attraction, Miss Cassidy.
It's not something I think very much about one way or the other.
And why dress like that?
Pleases me.
Why?
Oh, stop badgering the woman, Vic.
I don't mind. It makes me feel good. It gives me confidence. Good enough?
Because you know men are looking at you.
That doesn't mean they can touch.
Oh, but you admit the thought is in their mind.
Rather their problem, isn't it?
Supposing one of them decides to make it yours. Tries it on, one of your clients.
Then I'd handle him accordingly. The male ego, in my experience, is rather a delicate mechanism. One rejection, they don't usually try it on again.
Don't you like men, Miss Cassidy?
Some of them.
Sounds like it. Is that funny?
Just the regularity with which that question crops up.
Oh.
It's an assumption you all seem to make if you think a woman isn't treating you with the respect you think you deserve.
Oh, I'm sorry to be so predictable, Miss Cassidy.
And I'm sorry to have no stock answer for your stock question, Mr. Hatton. How about you tell me something? Do you like women? You see? It's that kind of question, isn't it? So general, it's meaningless.
My answer's the same as yours. I like some of them.
Then we are equal.
Always like to get the last word, don't you?
Whenever possible.
And when it's not.
I make a tactical withdrawal, like now. I should be leaving first thing in the morning, so I'll say goodbye now.
What the devil is that?
From Gordon. He's arranging a discount.
I'll bet.
He thought it would lighten my workload.
How considerate the man is. How much?
We haven't settled the terms yet, until I decide if I want it.
Good. Then you can tell him you don't. Home cooking is what we're known for, and that's what we guarantee to provide. They spot that thing, they'll think it's all heated up leftovers. They can get that in a pub.
Well, you should know.
They're very cute tonight. Well, it's easily remedied. If you won't tell him, I will.
We're talking about a couple of £100, if that.
Which I'm supposed to find.
Well, you managed to find nearly 2,000 for that wretched sauna.
Which will pay for itself in the extra custom.
Which I'm supposed to cater for.
Keep your voice down.
Why? In case they discover mine host isn't the genial life and soul they think he is.
Look. I'm tired and I'm hungry and I'm not in the mood. Okay?
I'll cook you some.
Not on that thing, you won't. I said I'm not eating it, Judith.
Not giving you the choice.
I'm not eating reheated scraps like some mangy dog. Ah!
it's that woman who stayed here. Helen Cassidy.
She lived in Welland Garden City and worked for a cosmetics packaging company. According to her employer, she came to Biscont on Monday for a sales conference at the Tapling Centre and was due back on Thursday morning, but she never returned. It was Saturday morning before Helen Cassidy's body was found. A local man out jogging discovered the unclothed body lying in some undergrowth
she knew
in
me
the
now.
lay-by.
That's why I killed her, so she couldn't identify me.
Thursday evening, when a man approached her
Do you want to check her out now?
asking for a lift.
Sauna.
Yesterday, the police launched the biggest ever search of the area. Over 100 officers were called out to comb the local woods. The murder of Helen Cassidy...
This is the control unit. Control the heat from out here. Inside. Oh, don't worry about any funny smells of burning. It'll just be the grease on the element.
Situation. In this town,
Right.
outside these
Any
walls,
problems?
is a maniac.
Let's give it a
A
shot.
madman who's attacked 7 women so far. 7. Now, all right, we can talk about this man. We can organise patrols around places like the nurses' home and the university halls. But the main thing is this. This man is probably not a her. Somebody out there knows it. And if there is a woman, a mother, a sister, a wife who knows this rapist, then for pity's sake, act now before he kills again.
Vic? You look as if you could do with a sauna. I'll make you breakfast. Aren't you having one, then?
What?
Sauna.
Oh.
Alice will be here soon.
I'll put the kettle on. Well, what now?
Have you thought?
Going to make some changes. Redecorate the place inside and out. Concentrate less on the commercial trade. Turn it more into a family guest house. Afternoon teas, that kind of thing.
It's a bit sudden, isn't it?
Not really.
You're going to manage all that on your own?
Oh, yes.
It's quite an undertaking, Judith. So it's off with the old and on with the new, eh?
I told you once, I'll say when you're not wanted, Gordon.
I'll see to them.
Meeting by a passing motorist. A police spokesman has confirmed carried out in connection with 7 other sexual assaults in the Liscott area, 3 of which they're treating as murder. Police say they're looking for a man in his mid to late 40s with receding.
Counting out his money. The queen was in the parlour, eating bread and honey. The maid was in the garden, hanging up the clothes. When down came a blackbird and pecked off her nose.
I was just thinking, Judith, about the reopening.
Just a minute.
Something you might have overlooked.
What?
I know it's none of my business, but just hear me out, okay? Now, I know it's not what you had in mind. But you see, Vic has built up quite a name for this place, and I know you don't want the commercial trade back.
I want it to be clean.
It is. See, Judith, selling is a small world. It's a different world. And we look for something different. I mean, we're on the road so much of the time. We're looking for a home-from-home environment. Now, families on holiday are looking for something more lively, more... All I'm saying is, keep your options open. Let me spread the word around to the lads that you're open for business again, and that way you've got a fallback position.
They only came because of Vic, didn't they?
And the food. Oh, you underrate yourself, you know.
All right. Tell them if you think I need them.
Judith, if you don't agree, say so. And we can talk it through.
Could be anyone if he's local, couldn't it?
Yeah. Except they reckon as he's not. Police think he's not from round here. He just visits.
It's an animal.
People aren't born like that, though, are they? They get like that. Either because they can't get sex, or because they're made to feel it's dirty. Sex is natural, isn't it? It's an instinct. You're made to feel it's unnatural, you act unnatural.
They say there's a pattern to the attacks, like how they're never on weekends and how he's always dressed smart as if for work. which lets you out.
Hey, you haven't seen me on Sunday best.
Your wanderer returns. Oh, that looks good. Terrific. So, how's it been?
Quiet.
We'll soon see to that.
Oh, sorry, gentlemen.
Really good.
Thanks very much.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Judith? You asleep? I've got an early meeting. Could you call me about 7?
Yes.
Good night.
Right. You're late for your meeting.
Oh, yeah. You don't know how lucky you are, Judith. You can earn your daily bread without having to set foot outside your own front door. You know, it can get pretty cold out there. I'll see you later. Don't bolt the door. Might be late.
Put your fingers in the door, Clara. Oh, I could do with a cup of tea.
Evening.
Oh, evening.
Evening. Hello.
Oh, just double room if you've got one, with a cot.
Just the one night, was it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We're on our way to the coast, hope to do it in one trip, but you know what it's like with kids. Then we saw your sign. Well, that sort of looks promising. Some sandwiches wouldn't go amiss.
It won't be necessary.
I could serve them in your room.
Perhaps we'd be better off pushing on, darling. We're halfway there now, aren't we? I'm so sorry to have troubled you.
We've just unloaded the car.
Yes, it won't take us a minute to repound it, will it? Come on.
Sorry.
What the hell's got into you? Because I don't want it to stay there. It's not clean. I don't want the children staying in a place like that.
Still up? Too late for a cuppa? That's all right. I get it. I get it. Everybody packed up for the night?
How did it go? Your meeting?
Oh, they were half my age, the clients. Made me feel old just looking at them. It's always so peaceful in this room. No, Vic used to say that. But he said he used to feel like an intruder. He never made me feel like that. Poor old hands. Hmm? Judith. I'm going to keep you to your word about saying if I'm welcome or not. Must have been in your mind, too. You're going to make me do all the running, eh? I don't mind. What are you thinking?
Oh.
Must feel something. You did say that you feel something. You like me touching you. Don't you, Judith? Holding you. Say you like me touching you, Judith. And kissing you. Helping out? Well, it's Nancy's day off. I thought maybe I could...
Don't need any help.
Oh, sorry.
Any calls tonight?
Not on a Saturday. Oh, don't do it, Judith. Make us feel as if we'd done something to be ashamed of. Well, you followed your instincts for once, that's all. Nothing wrong in that. Say something.
Last night you found me so peaceful.
Well, down upstairs I didn't know how to recognize you. That's good, it's great. There's nothing to be ashamed of. And Judith, you must know how I feel about you. I'm not talking about passion. No, I'm talking about affection. Love.
What a way with words you salesmen do have.
I didn't hear you complaining last night. I'm sorry, that's cheap.
I dare say I deserved it.
Look, what is it that you object to? Is it the idea of my lovemaking? Or my love?
The memory of it.
That in the present climate, the use of plastic bullets couldn't be ruled out. The Prime Minister is expected to answer questions in the Commons this afternoon. In Liscont last night, a middle-aged woman was sexually assaulted and murdered. Police say that the attack occurred at the woman's home as she was putting away her car into her garage. He's described as being middle-aged and thick-set. If you've seen this man or know his whereabouts, please contact the Liscont...
out this morning.
It's all right. We'll work it out somehow. We will.
Will you do something for me?
Yeah, of course. Won't be long now.
Judith? 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 Judith, in God's name, woman, why? I love you! Judith! Come on, Judith! 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 Judith!
Next week's Unnatural Causes stars Warren Clark and Francis de la Tour in a story where murder seems to be on everybody's mind. Partners is next Saturday at 11. Next tonight, settle down for our midnight movie and a dark tale of genetic engineering. Kenneth Cranham stars in Chimera after the break.